Have you ever wondered what the inside of a large pipe organ looks like? Today, we are going behind the scenes and looking inside the pipes and the chambers of the organ in First Presbyterian Church of Glens Falls, New York. In the olden days, pipe organs had to be hand pumped to fill large bellows. But these days, we have the benefit of electricity to raise the wind and fill large bellows with pressurized air to power these monumental instruments. Here we have 3 blowers totaling about 15 horsepower, which provide pressurized air, and that is kept in large reservoirs with leather gussets. I will turn the blowers on now and let's watch the bellows inflate. This pressurized air is sent via these wind ducts and conduits into reservoirs and wind chests, which power the pipes. This is a look in the solo division, and here we have string pipes. Notice the mouths with little beards which imitate the sound of a string being sounded by a bow like a violin. Here we have the softer and more colorful English horn stop with the bells reminiscent of its orchestral counterpart. At the far end, we have the French horn with its slots, giving a very distinctive opening. Then in front of that stands the commanding tuba, which is on high pressure. Notice this is made of copper with slots and scrolls, beautifully done. This provides a commanding solo voice for a regal hymn or a powerful punch at the end of a loud organ piece. This solo division speaks into the chancel of the church through the shutters, which are barely visible at the far end. Now we will go up into the main chamber of this large pipe organ, which is at the chancel end of our church, and we will view the main chamber. Notice the wind trunking and another reservoir, and we're climbing up, and here are some wooden pedal pipes with their own little reservoirs here. And so now we go into the choir division, and we see a vast array of metal pipes, some made of copper, and we have flutes, strings, a clarinet, a trumpet, principals, and little tiny pipes the size of a pencil. And mounted up on the black box is a set of revolving bells called a zimbalstern. Now we see the swell box, which opens and closes, allowing dynamic control. The organist closes a pedal or shoe at the console, allowing dynamics. As these shutters open, which work like Venetian blinds, it allows the sound to go out into the church, because that's how we get dynamics on the pipe organ, either by adding and subtracting stops and using these swell shutters, because pipe organs are not really touch sensitive like the piano. Now we will see the trombone pipes of the pedal division. Notice these are made of copper, and higher notes get shorter and smaller, and lower notes get longer. Here are the tops of the 32-foot Contra trombone pipes. These are made of solid copper, and they begin way down on the first floor of the church and go all the way to the top of the organ chamber. These provide some of the lowest and most powerful notes in the entire organ. Here we are outside one of the main organ chambers for the chancel organ, and inside we see the large copper pipes of the 32-foot Contra trombone stop, the loudest and largest and most powerful reed stop in this pipe organ. Let's listen to a couple of these low-sounding notes. Notice inside the vibrating reed is a brass tongue. That is where the sound begins, and these large resonators act like a speaker in an acoustic way to send the sound way out into the church. Underneath here are bellows, which hold pressurized air in reserve. And then right here we have the nerve center, or the relay, and all the wiring that controls actually both organs. This chancel organ was built in 1991 and 1992 by the Reuter Organ Company and was rebuilt in 2013 by Foley Baker. The gallery organ was built in 1973 by the firm of Cassavant Frères near Montreal, Quebec. And we hope you have enjoyed your inside, behind-the-scenes view of this large instrument. Please come and give it a listen from the other side. That's all for today. Thank you very much. This has been Bryan Kirk from the First Presbyterian Church of Glens Falls, New York.